Hollywood back in the house. Bang. Hey, I'm glad you guys enjoyed In the Kitchen. Hey, you know what? We taking it to the gym today. Today, I'm basically trying to do the same thing as I did the last time. Kind of explain to you guys about my bicep workout and why I do it the way I do, and how you guys can benefit from it. So, hey, let's get this party started. What's up? Bang. Cool. Hey, let's get this bicep party started, okay, baby? So first of all, we're gonna do, one arm machine curls. The reason I do one arm, I start with a light weight to warm my ligaments and tendons and my joints up. A lot of years of pounding, you know, and the whole thing is injury-free. My training, I have never been injured, thank God, never been injured. So, and the reason I do it, I start off lightweight, high reps or medium reps, but I just make sure I got joints warmed up. And on this machine, it's one of my favorites, Life Fitness machine, one of my favorites. I do one-arm curls. And let's get this party started, baby. Check it out. Hold on. Bang. What's up? Let's get some of this, okay? Yeah. Yeah. And all I'm doing now, basically, is warming it up and getting some blood in the muscle. The thing is, you don't have to get, normally I don't extend it all the way down because then I'm coming from my joints trying to get it all the way up, you know. And me, all I need is to get blood in the muscle. Now, in the beginning, I did it that way. But as I grew and got bigger, I don't go all the way down because it tends to irritate my elbows. So what you do, just make sure that you do as much as you can without causing yourself pain. Not necessarily muscle pain, it's good. You want that pain, but the pain when tendons and ligaments. Okay, so everybody workout is different in his own way. Some people do full extension, which is good because their joints don't bother them, but if you do, just do the best you can. Now, as I go heavier, I may get quieter, but I still love you guys out there, okay? Yeah, 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 I keep everything kind of tight. You know, you want to keep everything kind of full. Bang. So you want to keep basically your workout moving right along. You know, don't pause too long in between, and just pump it up. Because when it's time to train, baby. That's what it's all about. When you hit that gym, say hello to your friends. Then it's time to train. And on these, I keep around 10 reps as I start getting heavier. Whew. Make my last set. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's all about, baby. So what we're gonna do here, getting pretty warm. Now we're gonna go over to the straight bar. I like to basically start with straight bar and we'll see what we got. And the thing is, even though your brain, you know how heavy you wanna go, but don't listen to your brain, listen to your body. So I don't know exactly what I wanna do when I get over there, but I will stay injury-free. And I will give 100% and do my best. My best may not be as good as it was the last workout, but it'll be my best for that particular day. And that's where you should always train. See you guys over here in a second. What's up? Here we go, baby. We are from machine, warming up. I go to straight bar. The reason I like a straight bar because straight bar builds my forearms. I don't train forearms. I don't do wrist curls. I'm not saying don't do it. I do not do wrist curls. I don't do reverse curls or whatever. I try to get my forearm workout through straight bar. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start out with the warm-up here on straight bar. And we're just going to pump it up, and we're going to see what we feel. And also, when you're training, don't do it like this, because then you're working front delts. You know, I'm teaching you guys something, man. Should be getting a check in the mail for giving you this kind of information. I'm showing you a little love. But keep your elbows back and pull up like this, because you want all bicep, okay? And that's my technique of training. Not this. See the difference? You can kind of go heavier. Watch how my front delts move? See that? Now, biceps move, okay? So let me throw a little weight on here. We're just gonna see how we feel. Give me a 425 first. Here we go. That was nice. So, felt a little bit heavy today though. We'll go up 35. I competed over the weekend, so I'm not 100%, but we're gonna play around here and have some fun, that's for sure. Give me another 35. And today gonna be one of my best days. A little fatigued, a little bit. So we're gonna hang around probably 8 to 10 reps, and that'll be the best for today. But we're gonna keep rolling though, baby. Injury-free, baby. Bang. Injury-free. Okay, we're gonna take it up a little bit more. See what we got here. And we're hanging out here, World Gym, Marine Del Rey. Joe Gold's Original Gym. Joe's a great friend of mine. He's a good guy. So it's a little quiet over here, so that's why we're over here hanging out today. Okay, so we got. See, that wasn't quite 8. And wasn't quite 10. I don't know what it was, but it was time to stop. See what I'm talking about? That's what it's all about. Feel a little ting in the elbow, just a little. But that's what it's all about. You see those guns? They're pumped. And injury-free, baby. So you gotta know when it's time to stop. You gotta say, cut. It's okay. Ain't nobody ego in the gym, baby. Leave ego in the home, you know? The gym for me is my meditating spot, you know? That's what keeps me so loving, so peaceful, one of the things, because I release everything here, but I release it in love so I don't hurt myself. Releasing the ego, the next thing you know, you don't tore a bicep. You feel me? Okay. So we're done here, and we're gonna go over here, do some curl bar. Let's show these biceps a little more love. Mwah. I love myself. You should love yourself too. Let's go, baby. And we just left straight bar, and the reason we're gonna go do some easy curls, or easy bar, or curl bar, whichever one you call it, is because I think I need to show these guns just a little bit more love. When I do the curl bar, it focuses more on my bicep than my forearm. It takes it out of my forearms and goes to my biceps. So if you have, irritation in your forearms or your elbows, then use the curl bar, because the curl bar cuts the pain off and protects more. I don't want to say protects, but it just focuses more on your bicep rather than your forearms. And that's what we're doing now. Okay, baby. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Oh. And you got to remember, guys, when you feel that burn, and you feel that pain, that muscle pain, don't run away from it. Run to it. Build a little character. So that's all you got? Bring it on. I got something else for you. You feel me? That's what I do it. But you don't do it in voice. You do it with the energy you have inside you. See what I'm saying? Well, it's kind of deep there, but hey, once you get started, you understand what I'm saying. We're gonna keep rolling right along. Keep this party started. Keep it rolling. Since we got it started, having a great time, having a bicep party here, and it ain't my birthday. What do you think about that, huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, man. You know what? It's okay to tell yourself you love yourself when you by yourself. But when you're out there, let someone else tell you that, and you tell them you love them. Ooh, mwah, because I don't want you to think I have an ego, because I don't. But when I'm in the gym, I let myself know I appreciate myself, That's why I show up, And this is my time for me, and the person ever call you selfish for going to the gym, just say, hey, baby, it ain't selfish. It's self-love. Mwah. That's what I'm talking about. Get in here and love yourself. And you ain't got to be a bodybuilder. You ain't got to be a fitness person. Just normal people, It's good for everybody. Yeah, this will be our last one. I'm feeling great today, And even when you ain't feeling great, tell yourself you feel great and smile. Eventually you will feel great. It's all a choice, baby. Oh, now we working. Oh, now we working. Oh, now we working. Oh, now we working. Oh. Yeah. Now, when you saw me drop down, that's when you need to keep your knees bent and your butt back. Instead of swinging back, you drop down and get under the weight and let your legs help your biceps get it up. See what I'm saying? I'm sure you won't have any injuries in your back. What's up, baby? Oh, dude, I feel great today. Oh, man. Dude, look. Oh, man. A lot of hard work. Okay, guys. I guess we'll kick it here, or you never know. I may add something else into it. Anyway, catch you guys in a second. Hey, that's it for this episode of Fit Show. Back in town, baby. We did it. Bicep workout. To catch the rest of my bicep workout, stay tuned to the one and only Fit Show with the #1 J Hollywood. We love you, baby. You love yourself. Woo.
Welcome to another exciting episode of The Fit Show. I'm David Ellis.
I'm Alexis Ellis.
I'm Tanya Dover.
And you're going to be cooking again with gourmet fitness food. Now today we're going to make one of my favorites, our chicken Cobb salad. Now, everyone has had a salad, and a few of you have probably had a Cobb salad, but there's something quite special about ours, especially when we actually teach you how to make it. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna take the mystery out of making a Cobb salad. We're gonna make it high in protein. We're gonna use all the right ingredients, and we're gonna do something that you've never done before. We're gonna make our own dressing. And that's very important because the dressing that we make is absolutely phenomenal. So Tanya's gonna get started right now with all the ingredients. Now, why don't you tell them what exactly you need to get started to make an incredible Cobb salad?
Well, Cobb salad is, we use romaine lettuce, which is, I think, a great lettuce to use. As well, we of course have tomatoes. We're gonna have carrots. We're gonna include a few other things that make it a Cobb salad. We're gonna use black olives and cucumbers, of course. We're gonna have an actual egg as part of it. Once again, increasing that protein content, and lots of quality, high protein chicken breast.
Now, one thing about our chicken breast that is kind of unique. When you go to any store or when you order chicken breast from even a supplier, it still has a little bit of fat on it. I don't know if you've ever noticed that.
The boneless, skinless?
Yeah, even if you order a skinless, boneless chicken breast. So we actually take cutting shears and we cut the remainder of that fat off that chicken because we are primarily interested in just the protein. We don't need the chicken fat. So that's something that I want everyone to take the time to do is grab the chicken, pull it out of whatever packaging this is, take it to the sink, rinse cold water over it, and cut the fat off of it. And that's very important in terms of chicken breast, chicken thighs, even if you use steak. You want to get any fat that you can see and cut off, you get it out because that's not the fat you want. The fat that you want in your diet is going to come from this Cobb salad. This is a good fat, an avocado. And that's one of the reasons why on my Cobb salad, I always make sure I put an avocado on it because that is a fat that I want. And because most of the meals that I eat are so low in fat, and most of the meals that we use in our cooking service, gourmet fitness food, are low in fat, you need to get your healthy fats. So this is a healthy fat.
You also have to include the fats, like David was saying, when you don't have that much fat in your diet, and good fat. So it comes from olive oil, and one thing that our dressing has is olive oil in it. So it also has a really delicious flavor. The extra virgin, that's the one that we like to use. It has a specific flavor and it's a very good fat. So we'll include that in our dressing. So make sure that you have all these ingredients at home.
Now, if you take a look, you can see romaine lettuce, how it comes. A lot of times I always take out the outside part of the romaine lettuce because it always kind of looks a little dry and frayed because I'm more interested in getting the heart. So what you're going to see, our master chef, is she's going to cut off the end. We don't need this part. And then what she's going to do is start chopping it. And there's a particular way you can chop the lettuce to make it easier to, cut it into little bite-sized pieces as opposed to just breaking off the leaves. So take a good look. Now while she's doing that, one of the things a lot of you guys do, and gals, whether you be bodybuilding, figure, or fitness, is competitions. Alexis, if you don't already know, is a new IFBB Figure Pro. Every time she has to do a competition, one of the things that I insist is that the day before, and if it's a morning show and the finals are in the evening, and she's been lucky enough to always make the finals, have a salad in between to push everything out of your system. If you're eating all this chicken and you're eating steak the day before, you need something to get that food out of your intestines and out of your system so your stomach isn't bloated. A good salad is one thing, an apple, something that is what I can consider more than just a fiber, but something that actually is roughage. And roughage and fiber are the two important things that we all need. That is not only good for competing, but also good for your general health. If you talk to a doctor, that's one of the problems Americans have. Now let's look at how she's cutting that. See what she's doing? She's cutting it, and once again, she's not cutting off her fingers. She still has all 5 of her fingers. And, or 6, doesn't one of those hands have 6 fingers? Anyway, so she has 1 to spare. And basically, she's just cutting it in such a way where, once you cut it like that, it's done. She's just gonna take it and toss it in a bowl. Now we have a salad spinner in which after she rinses the salad and cleans it, she spins it and it takes all the water out of it so you don't have a wet, salad just kind of, what happens to it? It gets wilty. That's the word I'm looking for. It wilts. So let's take a look at the chicken. There's our skinless, boneless chicken breast. You take all the fat off, and then basically what we're gonna do is bake that. Now when I bake my chicken, it's basically always the same formula. How long do we normally bake it? She's the baking queen.
We bake the chicken for about 60 minutes, but that's because it's a large quantity of chicken. But regardless, why not make a large quantity of chicken breast? So you could always have it at your disposal.
Great idea.
You could have a chicken breast salad, you could have a chicken breast with some basmati rice and some vegetables. You could just have a chicken breast and some asparagus. But it's a great thing to have in your diet, so why not make a batch of chicken breast? Chicken breast could easily be dried out. It's being that it doesn't have that much fat on it in the first place. It's a white meat and it's easily dried out. So we like to cook it in white wine, and it gives it a lot of flavor and also helps keep the moisture in the chicken itself.
And that's very important. When she talks about dried out and moisture, she's saying when it's cooked and you sit down and you cut your chicken open, everyone's had that dry chicken taste where it's like leather. Our chicken always is juicy and tender, and that's the way we cook it. So what you see Tanya doing, she just took white Zinfandel. Now, you don't have to get a fancy white Zinfandel or a fancy white wine. Just get a little cheap one, and you can use it for cooking. I like Zinfandels. So you're gonna put it in your baking dish, and let's bring that over here so they can see what your baking dish looks like. Basically, you have just enough of the wine where it's not even halfway high above the chicken. It's a quarter of the way. So you wanna just have enough where when you put this chicken in here and you cover it, because that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna cover it with aluminum tin foil and you season it. The wine is going to bake the chicken and it's gonna evaporate, kind of steaming it and giving it a tenderness and cooking it at the same time. And you always do that. Never put your chicken, this is my opinion, in the oven unless you don't have something to steam up and keep it tender.
So you can use different marinades as well. If you don't, we use an herb garlic marinade at times. If you want somewhat of a neutral flavor for your chicken, with a chicken salad, a neutral herb garlic chicken breast is a great combination because it is flavorful enough for it to be enjoyable, but at the same time will not take away from, let's say, the balsamic vinaigrette dressing that we're going to use, which is where all the flavor is coming from.
Now, why don't you describe what she's putting on the chicken?
So once again, we're looking at seasonings. Seasonings are very important. Don't be afraid to season your food. The only thing that you should really be conscious of and cautious of is salt. So you could sprinkle some salt on your chicken, but you use black pepper. There's no sodium in that. Use garlic. Use onion. We also use another.
Now that's onion powder, not onion salt. Everything is a powder.
Yeah, these are this is granulated onions powder, and we also use a seasoning salt called Lawry's that is lower in sodium due to the fact that this is black pepper. It's a combination of black pepper and sodium in this jar right here.
So you don't want to use regular Lawry's. Regular Lawry's has a lot more sodium than the Lawry's with black pepper. I only use two things that have a lot of salt. Lawry's is one, garlic salt is the other, and I use it very sparingly. So you're just going to give it just enough flavor. So I don't even have regular table salt in my house.
Now what we have is lots of seasonings that are going to give your food lots of flavor. A chicken breast doesn't have to be bland. A chicken breast doesn't have to be dry to be healthy. There's an easy way of doing this, and that is adding moisture via the white wine, the marinade via herb garlic, teriyaki. So many different flavors out there that you can use as a marinade. But be careful on the sodium content. Make sure you read those labels when it comes to picking your marinade. But then use your black pepper, use your garlic, use your onion powder. Use those things to spice it up. And before you know, you'll have a delicious chicken salad that that you'll really like.
One thing I don't want to forget: when you bake something in the oven, you need to know what to put the temperature on. First, you preheat the oven. Always preheat the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. Then, I always put my chicken, where do you put the chicken on?
We cook it at 375 degrees.
375. And as she said, because we're cooking for a large number of people, a lot of times, we cook it for 60 minutes. You can take about 5 minutes off that, cook it for 55, even 50 minutes, but the temperature is going to stay the same. Preheated to 350, covered in the tin. 375, sorry about that. 375, pull it out with the tin foil on, open it up. The chicken should be tender, cooked through the middle, and perfect. And check it. Cut the chicken in the middle, make sure it's white in the middle and not red or pink. Now, we're getting to the part, now remember, she just made the chicken. On this right here, this little cutting block, little notes to know about proper kitchen etiquette. You have a cutting block for your fruits and vegetables, and then you have a cutting block for your meats. Even when it comes to your cutting block for your meats, you want to make sure it's different than, let's say my fish cutting block should be different than my steak cutting block should be different from my chicken. So you might want to put little tabbies on it, because sometimes that becomes important when you're talking about health concerns. You don't want to sometimes use the same cutting block for meats as you do for fruit and vegetables, because then you're looking at cross-contamination, and that's, you don't want to get upset stomach, or worse. So we come back, Tanya is now cutting up the tomatoes. So remember, we said our Cobb salad has lettuce, romaine lettuce, tomato, cucumber, carrots, avocado, then we use a little bit of olives, and am I forgetting something? Eggs. We boil the eggs, and the eggs are boiled. And I hope you guys know how to boil eggs.
We're not going to show you how to boil
I'm not going to take the time to show you how to boil an egg. I'm assuming everyone can boil an egg. If you can't, oh, maybe we'll send you to a website that tells you. But you boil water, you put an egg in it, and you let it boil for 10 minutes.
No. About 2 or 3.
Well, I'm 10. She's right. They always talk about a 2-minute egg or 1-minute egg, so I know that my eggs boil a little hard. All right, so she's cutting it in little bitty. She's not exactly, like a Ginsu chef, but you can see how she's cutting it. So she kind of cuts the cucumber in half and then cuts it in little wedges that look like this. You can cut it down. I cut it down the middle in a little fork. So everybody has a preference.
Once again, food is enjoyable, and looking at all the different colors, we have greens, we have reds, we have the black olives. We're gonna have a wonderful, delicious avocado, which gives a lot of flavor. We have the orange from the carrots, and then we have the eggs. Cobb salad is a great thing that you could have off season and on season. I mean, I eat salads all the time. Everyone eats salad. If anyone thinks about healthy food, the first thing they think about is a salad. But the thing is that you should always add protein to every meal. So chicken salad is the way to go. Tuna salad, salmon salad. There's a lot of different things, but make sure you have protein with every meal, particularly with your salad, because in reality, a salad is something that we should use to help our digestive system. It really, and particularly, does not have that many nutrients in it. So the chicken is something that adds the vitamins, the protein, all the things that we need to have a balanced meal. So without the chicken, with the salad, you're actually not eating much at all. So remember that when you're having a salad.
Well, yeah, you're definitely not getting your protein. I mean, thank goodness we put the avocado in and tomatoes, so that adds more antioxidants and a bunch of other essential fatty acids. So, and then you have the egg. Now, a lot of people like to take the yolk out of the egg when they add it to their salads. You can do that if you like, but if you're not that picky, you can leave the yolk in and cut it up. It adds more flavor. Back over here. So while she's doing that, I'm gonna get everything ready for her for the dressing.
So now we're going to start making our balsamic vinaigrette, which is an absolute delicious dressing to have. A lot of people like Italian, French, but some of those dressing, may be heavy. This particular dressing is something that you make yourself. You can actually decide how you're going to make it, the flavoring, but it uses...
First we have the olive oil.
Olive oil. Which is, once again, a way of us getting our healthy fat when we're eating this particular meal, making it a nutritionally balanced meal.
Now, I only cook with olive oil. So when you see me put something in a skillet, 100% chance it's going to be olive oil. So, Tanya, olive oil in the blender, there's one thing. The next thing she's going to grab for the blender is balsamic vinegar. So you can always go to a restaurant and order oil and vinegar on your salad. Can't go wrong. So there's a reason for that. Olive oil, healthy fat. Vinegar, it has to do with acidity, how acidic it is, and it goes well with the olive oil. And when you eat, it's just no calories in it. Let's just make it simple. Vinegar has that tart, sweet and tart type of taste.
Particularly balsamic vinegar has that.
And it has a good robust flavor. So you're gonna add a little bit of that.
And when it comes to actually making the balsamic vinaigrette, it's about 50% olive oil, 50% vinegar. So depending on how much you're making, so it's not something that we can tell you exactly how to a cup, or let's say 1 cup of vinegar and 1 cup of olive oil. So that's a great measurement.
And that'll serve a couple people.
That'll definitely serve.
You can use regular old mustard, or you can get a fancy kind, but show them how much mustard to put in.
So you're gonna use yellow mustard, and the yellow mustard is once again giving it a tart, flavor that is gonna balance out the sweetness of the balsamic.
And that looks
vinegar.
like about a tablespoon that she put in there. Next we have the honey.
And the honey once again is something that is going to add a little bit more sweetness to it. So this is a sweet and tart flavor in the dressing.
Now, excuse me, if you were doing a pre-contest show, go. You're not going to love. That's fructose, by the way. She's adding a little fructose to it. You could use the fructose and not use the honey. And that way, you don't have to worry about it raising your blood sugar level too much, or it being contradictory to your diet. Or you can use no fructose at all and use equal, and that has no calories. So there's a lot of variations you can do on this dressing, but there has to be some type of sweetener in here
to balance out the vinegar.
Right, the vinegar and the mustard, very tart. So it's a sweet and tart tasting type of dressing, but it's very good. All right, then you're gonna turn it on. Now, for time purposes, I don't need to turn the blender on for you. You know how to turn the blender on. You're gonna let it mix. How long do you normally let that blender mix that together?
Oh, probably about a minute.
About a minute.
Yeah, to give it good.
So about 60 seconds. And this is what you get. You get something that's kind of brown. Kind of brown.
It's a nice thickness to the dressing. It isn't too heavy, but it's definitely not light, and it's a nice color. That therefore you can see where the balsamic vinegar is a very strong component in the dressing. But overall, the taste, as we said, is a sweet and tart taste. So it adds a lot to your dressing, to your salad. And your salad, as we said before, has a chicken breast. We have an egg right here. Over here you'll see your avocado, good fat once again. And then there's a handful of different vegetables. We have our tomatoes, and we have olives in there. We have carrots, lots of different colors and lots of different components that make it a great filling meal.
Now, one thing I want to add to that is, when you make your salad, one of the things you want to do, especially when you're making the dressing, is keep tasting it to make sure it's as sweet as you want, or not too sweet. So it's better to kind of be real slow with the sweetening of the dressing, and then keep tasting it until it's exactly the way you want it. And then the chicken, we cut the chicken up in little pieces. So you could just leave the whole chicken breast there if you want to, but I cut it up because I'm lazy and I like to eat my food really quickly. Also, you can add sunflower seeds. That's a little added bonus. Or you can add little almond slivers. So there's lots of variations you can do to this particular Cobb salad.
To add texture to it, to add color, and to add spice, and to add just fun. Because food should be fun and food should be nutritious. And that's what we have here. We have good fat, we have high protein, we have lots of flavor, lots of color, we have eggs, which is a protein that we need as well. And overall, something that's very good and easy to digest.
So, once again, chicken Cobb salad. Thanks for spending some time with us at Gourmet Fitness in our kitchen. And I hope you remember everything we talked about in terms of making a chicken Cobb salad. And we here at the Fit Show want to give a very special thank for tuning in again on our second time showing you how to cook something very special to us and something very healthy for you. So I'm David.
I'm Alexis.
I'm Tanya Dover. Thanks for watching.